It's a pleasure having you from IG.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Good to see you.
Thank
you. You look as gallant as ever.
Well, I've only been that.
Thank you. I mean, you've seen the debate, and I know your position in the past. I don't know whether that has changed. You are a regional police advocate, but state police debate has been the one in the forefront now. Do you support state police now?
Yeah, thank you so much. So initially, I did support state police. When the issue of state police came up, I proposed the idea of geopolitical police. That is, you have to choose geopolitical just in Nigeria, each zone having its own police force, you know, and taking care of the zone. But since the state police is in thing now, and the National Assembly is working on it, well, I have to subtract my earlier submission and see how I contribute my own little quota on how state police can function effectively, the rules and regulations, the guidelines that can protect the state police, protect Nigeria, because there's a great security in Nigeria right now, and if state police the answer to the question, I give my support, want to make my contribution.
What initially is your fear about state police?
My initial fear about state police was that, one, it will be abuse. You know, when the governor, right now, in the pre-constitution, the governor is the chief security officer of the state. Some of them are trying to exercise influence on the, because of that provision of the constitution. But because it's the federal police, their influence is limited. But now we have everything on them. And I do tell you, I'm not missing words, that if you have the state police and there are no checks and balances on how the government manages the police, there will be no opposition in any state. The state governors drive away the position and use the police as they liked, and that take us back to the incidents of Operation Wait in the 60s that brought the reason for Gowon to come to Unity Police. But go back again to where we started from. If care is not taken, that's why I say the conditions should be well written out. So proper guidelines, rules and regulations, insulating the police from the high-handedness of the governor.
Those who think that what we operate now is not a federal police in the real sense, is a unitary police, because it serves more where you have just one structure of police and everyone is, the allegiance is to one man at the center. That it is unitary in nature. For those who are students of political science will tell you to say, oh, a federal system is such that the federating units work and work properly. But from your experience and journey as a very senior police officer who graduated to become IG, you've gone through, I mean, you've gone around the world. You've seen how other police structures have worked when they've had challenges in their own country. What do you think best works for us, considering the fact that we don't operate regionalism any longer? We are a federal system of government. As such, our policing structure also must be able to adjust to the manner in which our structure or our state is formed.
Yeah, I agree with you. You know, it's we're talking about federal police, city police. It's just a matter of nomenclature. You can call it anything you like. Vocabulary is the issue. This is a federal government. Under circumstances, states are going to melt down to the states. But not everywhere. The vocabulary of some of these things are not the same. Each country has its own methods and its own type of democracy. Democracy is a single division. When it comes to working, you work in different ways. The way the police works in Canada, not the way it works in America. Not the way it works in Nigeria. Not the way it works in Britain. It depends on how you fashion, the way you think the police work for you, that way you want to fashion it. In Nigeria, we have a unitary system, federal system, unity police. The issue that my argument right now, where I say we move away from unity police, that the federal government will be able to fund the police adequately. And because I cannot fund that, That is security. If you look at the books, they say police is the lead agency in internal security, which means that lead agency will give what is required to make it lead. To make it a leader, and deploy the leader of the assets of leadership. So that's what happened in Nigeria police. Nigeria police says bandits organized, disenchanted, demoralized, unstaffed, ill-equipped, ill-trained. They work they expect. That's what you see. If the police had been well equipped, nobody talk about state police.
So funding is a major problem.
A lot of things. Funding major. So if they fund the police, nobody talk about people talk about state police because federal police have failed. If they have succeeded, nobody talk about it.
In your own thinking, what would you say is the major? Because there are those who say, if we are not identifying the problems and the challenges of the present federal police structure we have, whatever other police structure we create will still fail. In your own thinking, you've identified funding and proper support. What are the other areas you think that we should be fixing first? Because it's not as though the federal police structure will be dismantled. No, there will still be federal policing structure, and then we'll create state policing. Then that means that the existing problem will still be staring us in the face. If you have to tell the president one thing about fixing the police problem in Nigeria, what would those things be?
Yes, everyone knows the answer. But let me say it. Funding.
To what extent?
Everything. Start it. If that's funding, can I...
Are the police poorly paid?
Of course, poorly paid. Poorly staffed. Both police stations are closed down. No manpower. Now, let me show. Do you see police any longer? You don't see police on vehicles. This Gusape, we have 2 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 10 patrol vehicles. Patrol Gusape. Do you see police on the road?
No fuel, no vehicle.
No fuel, of course, there's no fuel. How much can they buy fuel? A liter of fuel. And you know...
And when you go to the station, there's no light too. No pen to take the statement.
When we're learning, when we're doing criminology, we're told that the sight of the police deters criminals. There's no police officer. They don't do what they want to do. So the police have so many problems.
How do you feel, Mr. Okiro, if when you were in service or after when you left service and you go to some other countries, you see how kitted an average police officer with their armor on the side. Yeah. You see their communication gadgets on them. You see how they go in pairs. You see the vehicle. In fact, if you go to Dubai, maybe I'm asking for too much. You see the latest speed cars police officers are using to chase criminals on the road. How do you feel when you come back home and you see our own police?
I feel dejected at home. Let me just mention it. I went to a conference in New York. I was then the DPO in Lagos. The CP, DPO in Lagos. Let me see what the police station looks like in New York. I went to precinct 42 in Bronx.
In Bronx, yes.
I said I wanted to go on patrol. They said no, that has no insurance. I said I will go. I insisted. They had to sign the paper. I said, this God that brought me from Nigeria to here, he bring it back again. So I signed with them. I went to patrol with them. It was a patrol vehicle, armored, the driver, somebody in front, somebody behind. And as I moved, there was a distress call. I was going to my brother. Just like patrol vehicle here, they have light, they just shine it. All the numbers are written linearly. They didn't want to come out from there, or they just see the number. When you have vehicle, you see numbers are going. They need to come out to look at the number of the house. But you see the door, like I said, working the arms, working in pairs. Without fear. They have that in Nigeria. They want to expect crime not to go up and insecurity to come to Nigeria. Things are not there in Nigeria.
The motivation is low. No. Welfare is low. You look at the barracks.
Talk about motivation. I asked the man a question. As I was told that US police can go to a shop and say, hold on. Go into supermarket. You pick certain things, I picked. You queued up. They were like this. I walked away with the things. And I had to pay. They had to let me see what happened to American police.
But I mean, I know that some of the younger police officers, when you are driving across the road, they may not even recognize you again. So they don't know that you're a former IG. They probably would have stopped you and said, okay, find me something there. How do you feel when you hear such a thing?
Yeah, I tell you a story. It started today.
Oh, yeah.
When I was an ASP in Port Harcourt, one day, the commissioner of police told us this story. We had a meeting. He said 2 days ago, a friend of his was carrying a beetle. The policeman stopped him. After he said, I'll find out something now. He just laughed. They didn't recognize him.
They didn't know that he was the CP.
He said, everyone tried to make. If the men are well paid, I said, for something, why? She would ask on television after, would ask me for money now. You're well paid.
Never.
The television take care of you. You have to take care of the police officers.
Because there are those who believe that when you don't take care of them and you give them bullets and guns, that is even more danger to the society. Someone that you are not giving more money and you are giving him, you are actually luring to crime. Because you are giving arms to someone who doesn't have money and he sees the opportunity.
I don't support that, Shehu. If the kitchen is too hot for you, cook it. If you feel you're not well paid for it, then go. You don't have to carry it on. You are trained with the arms to protect the citizen.
It's okay.
It can't against them.
If you have your way today, and maybe the president or someone gives you a blank jacket, blank paper, to fill it and decide on how to fix policing in Nigeria, what would you do differently?
Yeah. First of all, I feel the salary.
You change it dramatically.
Even as I did that. I went up to President and do it one day. I said, sir, let me put the picture before you. He said, go ahead. I said, you appointed me IG. And I told you I'll do my best. The first time I came to thank you for appointing me IG, I said, I'm coming again to tell you that I cannot do my best if my men are not taken care of. But I'm in Abuja here, making policies. They put in Sokoto, Maiduguri, Kano, Port Harcourt, Enugu. And to implement this, if they're not happy, they're comfortable. My policies are of no use. He said, what do you mean, sir? I said, sir, let me give you an example. A corporal working in Sokoto, in the police post, boundary Nigeria, Nigeria Republic, now posted to Abuja. In Abuja, he has no house. He has no vehicle. On the side of 5,000 a month. This 5,000 is not enough for him to even to see his family. Not to send the money to them. I said, one day, because of crime rate, he is deployed to Transcorp Beauty Hotel to check robbers. He sees flashy cars passing. He had AK-47. He took care of his family in Sokoto. He said, Mike, what do you want? I said, I want something clean for my men. That's how it's clean from 5,000 to 41,000 for constables. That time, we were well paid. That year, we recorded the lowest crime in Nigeria. But we were comfortable. How about now?
What number of police officers boots on ground do you think will be adequate to police Nigeria effectively?
United Nations policy says 1 policeman to 400 citizens. My argument, United Nations based on locale. Like New York is equal to of United Nations. Therefore, they will take their presidents or their mathematics from New York. Like I told you, New York, we're laid out, policemen are well armed. So if I have 1 policeman for 40 citizens, in Nigeria, going to be one policeman for 20 or 30 citizens. because they're not equipped. That is not there. So if you look at the population of Nigeria, multiply, divided by 200, that is the number of policemen in this country.
I saw you and some of your former IGP colleagues. You met with the present IG, Tunji Diso. And solidarity must be. But if there's something that will make the man succeed, what would that be?
A lot. We want to revisit the welfare. Let me give an example. A policeman posted to the police division in Matama. A number of barracks. He lives somewhere after Kefi. Very, 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 very far away. We can afford to sleep. Every day he comes, goes back. The whole morning he is on transport. We must come to Kefi to 4 hours. In fact, when we were trained, the police are told that when I wake up in the morning, just prepare your wife and children and go to work. You won't know we are coming back. You will not even come back that day. That's the nature of the job.
All right. Mr. Michael Okiro, former Inspector General of Police, always a pleasure and always a delight to see you.
Thank
as
you.
gallant as ever. And then we always call you #1 police. Thank you so much, sir. Appreciate it.